Hey, ForexMilitia, this is Parsifal, and we are going to go over the calendar for the week of the 6th through the 11th. Now, I put on last week's calendar just so we could just take a look at some of the blockbusters, some of the big news that basically hit last week. Some of it, it's mind-boggling. Okay, so we had the Aussie basically come out on Monday. I came out at 10%. And what I really want to go to is what happened with the pound and the ECB. So now the pound raised its interest rate by 25 basis points. Now it's at 50. And the euro, uh, the ECB, basically said that they were hawkish and that they were going to raise the euro by 40 basis points over the next year. So they are going to be pricing some, that into there. And of course, we know that the dollar in the next 2 years is going to go up by, I believe, 6 times by 0.25, somewhere in there. So the tightening is happening. And then on Friday, on the unemployment rate, it came in at the the predicted was 110, but it came in at 467,000. That's 4 times as much that was recorded jobs that were created in January. And then on top of that, we got a revision of 510K when it came in at 199K in that in that month for December. 199K revised to 510. That's insane, right? And then the unemployment rate basically increased by a tenth because I believe the participation rate rose by like 0.3%, point 0, yeah, 0.3%. So it went up by a couple of tenths. Okay, so okay, that's just what I wanted to basically do. Go over some of the news that actually happened last week because it was pretty blockbuster. All right, so this week it's a smaller calendar of medium and high impact news, and really we just have the CPI that comes in on Thursday on the U.S. We got some governors speaking on Wednesday though, but CPI, and then we have governors red news, the Bank of England and the RCB. So this is the pound and this is the Aussie. And then on Friday we have just medium impact news. So this week is going to be it's going to be a lot less impact. So we are basically just looking to take positions off of the moves that basically happened last week. All right. So with that, let's go to the charts and go ahead and take a look and see at what is going on. All right, so here on the dollar, we basically had a huge reversal uh, that it tanked and it came down and it bounced off of this lower trend line, which is basically I've had that since 20 March 2021, so that's all the way back till then. And so I believe it's going to continue. It's going to bounce off here because people are basically going to be going into the dollar, and it's going to come up higher. Now we'll see because of what happened with the pound and the euro, right? Uh, there might be some consolidation happening. So that's up in the air. I also did want to take a look at some COT data, commitment of traders data, maybe a little bit later. But right now, let's just go over these. Okay, there's also here, if you look here, there was divergence on my indicators. I'll use, this is basically the RSI. So you got that right there, and you got this right here. And as you can see, that's a very bearish divergence, right? And it did basically fall. So I believe though that it'll probably fall a little bit, but I believe it's going to continue to go up to 100 plus, up in this area, up to here, this area here. So that's the dollar. The S&P 500. I might actually come out of the S&P 500 and start doing the US 30. But for today, let's do the S&P 500. And this is still bullish. It's been bullish. It had I believe a 10% decline, an 8% decline, something around there. And now it looks like it's coming back. That's the biggest in a while. It's only been having like about 5%, but that's still a very small decline, not very big. And on gold, we are still within the wedge. We are not going anywhere. I still believe that gold is going to be bearish, and I believe eventually it will fall. That's my call on that. Bitcoin is, it looks like it hit its lows, and now it is bouncing back upward. As you can see, you've got some crossing over that actually might happen within the next 2 weeks for Bitcoin to go higher. And so from these lows, which is like the 100% mark of the move from the 9th, September the 19th to November the 7th, and it probably will come back up to somewhere in this area at the 50, around this trend line and the 50, somewhere around there. All right, that's Bitcoin. On oil has broken out of this wedge and is broken above 84, and it's targeting $100, I believe. All right, so we are going to just look for oil to continue to rally higher. The thing about it is, even as it rallies higher, we are continuously, look at this, getting divergence here and here into here. It's just continuously moving down. So the momentum in this move is coming out. I don't know when it will basically correct itself, but the balance, or the initial area where the divergence started, as you can see, it hit this area twice, is right around $67. So if it basically decides that it wants to decline, it will come most likely back down to $67, $65 area. Okay, on the loonie is in a wedge, and it is, I believe, going to trend a bit higher. We see some we see that there's an upward slope on here, and as it goes along, but we also see that there is this is trendless, and it's just ranging right now. And as you can see, it's within this wedge. All right. On the euro did a strange thing. As you can see, it broke out lower, but then because of the hawkish comments from the ECB and Legrand, it rallied higher and broke out of the top trend line, going higher and above 114, which was a monthly resistance. So it broke above resistance, and as you can see also, there was bullish divergence going higher. See this right here. All right, let me just go and draw that real quick here and here. Mark. All right, and we got some bullish divergence, and it rallied higher. So most likely what's going to happen is it came all the way down to around about 50. It should retrace about 50%, so it should come up to around here at 119. But first it would have to get past this, the 100-day moving average, and I'm not sure if it'll break through that, but we'll see. Okay. On the pound also, with its rate increase, has basically rallied higher, and like I said, I believe it's going to come all the way up here to 140. Okay, so that would be a selling off of the dollar, which would kind of, in a sense, going back to the Dixie, cause the dollar to decline. All right, but I don't know how low that this dollar will actually go. And as you can see here on this red line, the dollar has some support at 93.75. That's right above this area right here. So back to the pound. So that basically will settle that. Now I'm going to go ahead and go over some picks for currency and the stock market with Trademiner, and that's coming up next. Okay, here we are on Trademiner Forex. All right, and we have a bullish Aussie Swissy, which begins February 8th to February 24th, and the probability on this from the neural net says that there's a medium chance for it to basically be a medium probability for it to actually be very profitable, right? It's got 7 years with a 86% win rate right there. It's a 4.0 score, so that's pretty decent. And then over here on Trademiner stocks, we have a bullish 3M, right? We're as I said last week, we will only be doing the Dow 30 stocks. All right, this is a 12 for 12 years with an 83.3 win rate. It has a medium probability of completing, right? And it's a 3.26 score. All right. So let's go ahead and look at that on the charts. And here we have it. We have the Aussie Swissy with the opening date here. And as you can see, it's bullish. So we've on my indicators, it looks like there's a little bit of divergence. So we might actually get a decent position, because I might actually take the whole position, which is about 20,000 units for the Forex position. So let's go to the stock of the week, and 3M bullish. It it looks right now it's in a downtrend, but that's the whole market, right? All right. So it looks like there's also divergence on here, and there's most likely going to be some type of bullish movement coming on the 9th, and I think the 9th is on a Wednesday. So I will take that position. Okay, let's go over a review of previous picks from Trademiner. Okay, we got the Aussie Swissy and American Express. And bringing this up, yeah, just go ahead and make that really big. All right. This is an old trade work which did not time out just yet. Okay, on American Express, we got a nice little clip of money right there. It took about 79 shares. We got about $700 out of that one. And like I said, you see the account size. So I sized that to be about, what was it, 10%? About 10%. So pretty decent already. This is almost 1% of this. On the dollars, on the Swissy, we got a loss so far, and that's basically because of I believe the dollar fell this week, right? So because it fell this week, the Swissy was very strong, and boom, boom, boom. All right, and as you can see, we got a small little gain on the CAD Swissy, and on the pound dollar, on the pound, a small loss. Now let me see something. Let me see if I actually followed some of this correctly. Okay, on work, right, we got on work we have until February 22nd. On the pound dollar, on the pound basically, we have until February 8th. That's Sunday, so I'll be closing that, and we'll see if I get a gain or a loss. On the CAD Swissy, what? Wait, what? Okay, I don't see a marker on that. On the dollar Swissy, you basically have until the 9th, so that's about Wednesday. And on American Express, we have until February 24th. Okay? And with the earnings behind us, that's something else. Whenever I basically do one of these stock positions, I'm going to make sure that the earnings has already passed. I might not. I really don't want to trade into an earnings, because earnings as of late have been very sketchy. So, with that, I will say, knowledge is power. Be power hungry, and power to the people. This is Parsival signing out.